magical morning, sunshine, and good magical morning, Curdy. Today is Friday, the 13th of October. I'm Taryn, the Happy Human, and this is Good Morning Sunshine News. I'm very excited about today. I know a lot of us have superstitions about this day, but others of us view it as a magical day representing the divine feminine aspects, qualities of life, like abundance, luck, love. And so it's a very exciting day for me. I thank you for being here. If this is your first time, this is a morning news show that provides you with good news for a change, a quote of the day, and a brief conscious breath practice to align and center and prepare you for whatever comes your way today. So thanks for being here. Let's jump right into the news this morning. I typically provide 3 news stories, but the universe, everything happens exactly as it should, which is the message for today. And I accidentally only got 2 stories, but that's okay because I want to talk a little bit more in length about the quote of the day today. So I think it's all going to work out perfectly, as it usually does. So your first news story today is coming from the Planetary Express via Squirrel News. New Jersey has established the Office of Climate Education, the first of its kind in the United States, to bolster climate literacy and environmental awareness among students and educators in the state. They will support the state school in implementing the New Jersey Student Learning Center standards, for climate change education. As we develop our climate consciousness, more green jobs will be created, and this office hopes to prepare students for them. This move is the second first for New Jersey. In 2020, they became the first state in the U.S. to require schools to teach students about climate change. No matter where you stand on this issue, I think only good will come of teaching students more about the world that we live in and how to interact with it in healthier ways. So I'm very excited about this. Congratulations, New Jersey. Next up from GoodGoodGood.co with Project Hope, whom we have spoke about before here on Good Morning Sunshine. They report that the Biden-Harris administration announced $206 million to support youth mental health, helping to expand access to mental health services for students in schools, bolster the behavioral health workforce, and improve access to mental health prevention and treatment for children and youth in communities across the country. Part of the investment includes establishing a national mental health evaluation, training, research, and innovation center for schools, or metrics, to increase support and offer new resources for schools nationwide. A big focus is investing in underserved demographics like LGBTQ+ families, Native and Indigenous communities, youth impacted by child welfare system, and low-income families. The funds will support young people across the country as they address mental health and substance use challenges. This move is part of Biden's Unity Agenda. Those are your news stories for today. And as we move into the quote portion of Good Morning Sunshine, I want to take a moment to explain why we do Rumi quotes on Fridays, and just have a gentle reminder of why I do this project, the show, in the first place. So if you don't know, Good Morning Sunshine was started as a project for me to sort of honor and deal with grief from my friend Curtis's passing. He passed in June of this year, one of my best friends, and I met Curtis on the Wisdom app. And there I was leading a talk called Friday Morning Rumi on Friday mornings. And in that talk, I would read a Rumi poem because Rumi is my favorite poet of all time and spiritual teacher. And then I would do a Rumi oracle card reading. Well, the very first one I ever had, Curtis came up and that's how we met. And he was so inspired that by the end of the day, he had ordered a book set, a collection of Rumi's poetry. He was so moved by Rumi's words. And eventually, Curtis and I collaborated on Friday Morning Rumi, and it became Friday Morning Rumi with Taryn and Curdy. And so I have decided to keep that tradition and honor my friend Curtis by doing Rumi quotes on Fridays. So today's quote comes from a poem that is titled in my book, Bird Wings. And this poem itself is very special to me because it's the first one that I read after Curtis's passing. It deals with grief. It deals with a lot of aspects of the human experience. And but it's a very short poem, so it's Rumi really had a talent for providing a lot of insight in very succinct poetry, very succinct ways. So the quote today is, "Your deepest presence is in every small contracting and expanding, the two as beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings." To me, this poem speaks to something, this quote speaks to something that I've really been reflecting on over the last several days. And that is that even though it's hard for us to see sometimes, everything is as it should be. And the human experience is purposeful in its dynamic ways, in the seeming opposites that we experience, grief and joy, for instance. And it speaks to that there are periods of contracting, of going within, of sort of to me, contracting is representative of those difficult moments, of those challenges that we face, where we might come into ourselves, and for whatever reason. And then the expanding, which is us chasing our dreams and experiencing all of the beautiful things. And Rumi saying that your deepest presence, your deepest self, who you truly are, is present in both the contracting and the expanding, but taking a step further and saying that the two are as beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings. So they're necessary. We need both to have this full human experience that we are, so grateful to have, to be alive and to experience all sides of the human journey of life. And so this quote to me just reminds me that there's beauty and there is importance and value in all aspects of the human experience. And not only that, but that they are necessary. And everything is as it should be. So I hope that's comforting for you. It's comforting for me. All right, so that's our Good Morning Sunshine news for today. Let's go ahead and do our conscious breath practice. So as always, I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable seat, maybe wiggle around if you need to a little bit. Find places of tension in your body and try to release those. So relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, drop the tongue from the roof of your mouth, relax the muscles in your face, relax the muscles in your abdomen. I know I hold a lot of tension there. And just kind of check in for a second. Close your eyes if you're able, and if that's something that's comfortable for you to do. And let's go ahead and think of a person or a situation in our lives that when we think of it, we are filled with love and filled with gratitude. If we can hold on to that as we're doing this breath practice, I promise it will deepen the practice and make it more effective. So if we're ready, let's go ahead and take our first inhale, inhaling love. And remembering to breathe slightly deeper and slower than we normally would, really just savoring this moment. And exhale gratitude, really pushing that exhale all the way out. Very good. Inhale love. And again, focusing on whatever you have chosen to fill your experience with the feelings of love. And exhaling gratitude, doing the same thing, really thinking of that gratitude, feeling that gratitude, and pushing it out into the world. And last one, make it count. Inhaling love. And exhaling gratitude. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. You keep me coming back and doing this every morning, and it's making a huge difference in my life. And I hope that it impacts your day and your life as well. As always, in the description below, you will find the links to the sources where I have found my stories today, as well as the Happy Human stuff, which includes my website if you're interested in energy medicine services or consulting services, which I say is kind of in between coaching and therapy, because I'm not a licensed therapist yet, but I do enjoy working one-on-one with people. So you can schedule a chat session on the website. I also have my Printify shop where you can get your very own Good Morning Sunshine coffee mug to drink your coffee in as you enjoy the good news in the mornings. And my Buy Me a Coffee site in which you can support me, Good Morning Sunshine, the Happy Human projects, one time or monthly through memberships. And your support, whether it be monetary or just liking and sharing these videos with someone that you feel might be benefited by them, is much, much appreciated, as I am trying to make the transition from working for other people into working for myself and for you, to really make a positive difference in the world. So all support and encouragement is so appreciated. I appreciate you for watching this. Thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful, magical Friday the 13th, and that you have a most amazing weekend. I will be here on Monday for another episode of Good Morning Sunshine.